Okay, so I have created this chat. You can see all the details. Because I have been doing this to make sure that I am dropping the value bomb that you are looking for. Okay, so this live video is all about how you can create content without sitting in the front of laptop thinking what the heck I'm supposed to do. How I can attract people in my DMs through my content, how I can get inquiries from the people in my comment boxes or in my DMs. Okay, so it is applicable for every social media platform. It is not important only for Instagram or like Facebook or whatever it is applicable for every other social media platform. So this content strategy that I talk about, it is called content drink. You can see that the name here, the content drink. And why I say this content drink, because probably you will not drink anything that you will not like. If the ingredients are like shitty, you are probably not going to drink it, right? We all are not going to drink that except water. So this is the main concept of the content as well, right? So how should you put the ingredients in your content that will attract the people who can afford to buy you, okay, who are ready with their credit information and they are like, yeah, okay, I'm in. The content drink consists of the three parts. Okay, the first I say is support post. Now what is support post? Support post, or you can say the pillar post, are basically the legacy. Like in the world, sitting in a corner, what you want people to know about you, what you want to be known for. Okay, in my case, I want to be known for, or people know me for getting clients to the service-based female entrepreneurs online, right? People know me for that. Similarly, if you are a confidence coach, if you are a VA, if you are an anxiety coach, what exactly you want to known for. Let's suppose we go to a party, okay, and someone is asking me about you. Let's take an example of Jasmine. So if someone is asking me like what Jasmine does, so if I do not know clearly that what Jasmine does, probably I'm going to get confused. I don't know if Jasmine is a VA. I don't know if Jasmine is a graphic designer. I don't know if Jasmine is a coach. If a coach, what kind of coach she is. If I don't know those things, that means Jasmine has not niched down clearly, because at the other day she is posting X amount of content like about X topic, and on the other day, in the next day, she is posting Y content, which is totally irrelevant, right? I'm just taking an example. Okay, so this is one of the examples. So make sure that what you want people to be known about you. Okay, so this is the support post. Now I have divided this support post, that is the first ingredient of our content, into the 4 parts, and I will just in the upcoming few moments I will show you how I can pull it from point A to point B. So stay tuned. Okay, so the support post is basically divided into like 4 things. Okay, now what are the 4 things? The 4 things, let me show you. What are the 4 things that here you can see is the fear, is the pain, is the goal, and the story. Let me explain you one by one. Now when it comes to fear, obviously the ninja tip I had already given you in my past live, like you have to do the market research in order to understand what is the exact fear of your client. Okay, if you haven't done it, please do it. So now when you got the fears, now you can create content around that. And now this is the support post. If you got the pain points of your customers, now you got the understanding, okay, this is the pain points. In my case, what will be the pain points of my customers from my market research? From my market research questions, I had one answer from one of the prospect that she don't know how to generate the leads. She just sitting in the front of laptop and she don't know what the heck I'm supposed to do. Right? So this is the pain point for my business. Now you have to go through and you have to analyze through market research calls, like what are the pain points of your clients, of your prospects, right? And create content accordingly. Now goal, what the goal looks like of your potential customers. Like in my case, obviously they want to get consistent clients every single month. These are their goals. In your case, what's your goal looks like? And the fourth one is the story. Now story can be of two things basically. When I say story, people are like, okay, like what kind of story? People do not want to be too vulnerable, or people do not want to share much of the personal things, because obviously I'm an introvert too and I do not like sharing too much. So you can divide it into like two categories. And what I have done is basically what I tell people. So the first kind of story that you can share is obviously your business stories. Now business stories mean like if a person is exactly at your place when you at which you were like 5 years ago or 3 years ago, and after 3 years you got to point B and now you are teaching the same to the people. Now this is your story, and now you have to convert this story into your content, right? So let's suppose in my case, I love giving examples so that I can make sure that you are getting clear picture about it. So how I can give a business story? I can give business story like in the past 1 or 2 years I was struggling to get leads, right? And I was sitting in the front of laptop. I was not having any clue what I'm supposed to do in order to get clients, what is the heck is organic marketing, how people are going to trust me. And these were my story. And fast forward like 2 years, now I'm at the position where I'm getting consistent leads, I'm hitting my income goals, right? So this is the story, and this is a business story, right? So you can convert into your area, your business as well. And the second part of the story is your personal story. If you're comfortable enough, go ahead and share it, right? If you're comfortable enough, yes, to be very clear. So if you want to share something that breaks you up, and how did you overcome that, and you are now teaching the same to the other people, then go ahead and share it. Like yesterday only I was reading one of the posts of one of the friends on the social media, and I didn't knew about her personal story, to be very honest. And when I just read all those posts of her, like sharing her personal things, I was even more connected to her than previously. And I immediately DM'd her like, oh my god, I didn't know that you have been so much, and even now you are just rising like a warrior and you are just killing it, right? So this is her personal transformation. So if you want to share that story as well, you are always free to do that. So these are the 4 areas where you can divide the support post, right? And when I say that post this kind of content, it does not mean that you have to go ahead every single day and you have to post it if you are not comfortable enough. No, always prefer quality over quantity, as we all say. So what I will say is, again a ninja tip. Jasmine, you love it. I know that. So again a ninja tip over here is, you can create stories in the Canva or any other free graphic designing tool, and you can create that sliding stories, like the pre-template that Canva offers you. You will go to Canva, you will type in the search box story templates, and you will get a whole lot of stories templates. Then you can go ahead and you can edit it, and you can create your stories into that, or other vulnerable story you have, or how did you started your business, what results did you got for your clients, etc, etc. And then you can save those templates, and then you can repeat it over and again. I suggest people to repeat it like 2 to 3 times a week. And if you think that sharing such kind of stories, sharing such kind of informations over and again is irritating my people or whatever it is not. Okay, it is not, because I have said it like trillion times, and again I'm saying this, that to make a purchase, it is not important that you will just post once and you will just sit back and you will just think that people will come to you. No, to make a sale, it is important that you have 5 to 12 contacts with that person. And now 5 to 12 contact doesn't mean that you have to pitch in the DMs. No, it doesn't mean that. 5 to 12 contacts means that you have to be in front of them through your contacts, like through your contents, like 5 to 12 times, through your offer, through your stories, through your valuable posts, through educational posts, doesn't matter. Okay, so you can repeat this 2 to 3 times in a week through your Instagram or Facebook stories, right? Now the second category is the classification. Okay, now what is the classifications? Once you are done with the first ingredients, there comes the second ingredients. Jyoti asks, can we use those templates as bloggers in blogging too? So Jyoti, blogging is a very different thing when it comes to Instagram stories or whatever. But now what you can do in that case in blogging is that you can create Pinterest templates, and then you can drive traffic from the Pinterest to your blog through just a simple template, right? So in that case, you will not go ahead in the Canva and you will not type story templates. In that case, you will go ahead in the Canva and you will type Pinterest templates, right? Because blog, you can just write 4 to 5 sentences in your blog, and you can pitch the video if you have, you can pitch the Instagram if you have, if you can pitch YouTube if you have, but make sure that you create the Pinterest templates, not the stories templates for blogging, right? Blogging is very different, and it will take me a huge time to discuss. I'm just giving you such an example, right? Okay, now the second part is the classification part that I discussed just now. Now what is classification post? Once you are done with your first ingredients, now the classification comes, like how you can classify more specifically. Okay, you have pain, you have goals, you have the stories, you have the fears. Now how you can classify it? And now I'm going to discuss how the first ingredient is related to the second ingredient, right? So stay tuned. Now the classification process and the classification post of your one of the ingredient can look like, the first thing can be like the conversational. Now the conversational post is something where you initiate conversation, right? Most of the times I initiate conversation in my group, in my stories, in my Instagram, in my posts, right? So there is a way how you can do that. Now I am gonna link this, where it is, yeah, I'm gonna link the fear one to how you can convert it into the conversational one. Now let's suppose, what is the fear of your ideal customers if you have done the market research. In my case, I'm always taking my example because I have done the market research a whole lot and I exactly know. Okay, so in my case, most of the people are like, what Priyanka, if I do not get clients this month and I do not hit my income goals, or I am not capable enough to pay my bills? These are the fears, right? Now how I can convert that fear, where it is, yeah, that fear into conversational. Now I can ask in my community, and this is huge. If you will grasp it, if you will grasp it, it is huge. So how I can convert the fear into conversational is something like that. How many of you are not getting clients, are not getting consistent clients every single month? Or I'm just making it up right now. Or how many of you are not hitting their income goals through their service-based business, or etc. Now you see, I have converted this fear into the classification first category, that is the conversational. I am asking them a questions and now they are going to reply me. And now once they reply me, I know exactly what they are going through and I know exactly what they need, right? So this is my second post example. Now the classification second part could be educational. Okay, so now what could be the educational? Now X person said that she is not getting consistent clients. Now how I can convert that fear into educational? Now in the educational, how you can do that? You can give some tips, that 3 ways to hit consistent clients in your business. This is the educational piece. Right now I am giving an educational piece, like how you can create content under 5 minutes without thinking too much or without spending hours of time. I don't know what I have written there. I'm just giving an example. So this is how you can convert the educational as well, right? The third one is the inspiring. Now inspiring is something, and I will discuss this more because I got one thing in my mind, like yeah. So inspiring is something where you can inspire people. For example, I can convert that fear that I just discussed with you a few minutes before, that if someone is not getting clients online, what could be the inspiration for them? I can say that something in my post that I hit XYZ amount of money without having any audience. So if I can do that, you can do that too. It is an inspiration for them. Now I made a tweak here. I know that. First thing what I did is I give them the trust elements, like obviously this girl is doing something and she's getting the results, so they know that okay, she has that reviews as well. Plus what I did is I inspired them that if I can do that, you can do that as well. So it is a very short post. You can convert them into a whole lot of, sorry, I was distracted by the comment. Thank you, Jyoti, I truly appreciate it. So where was I? Inspiring. So here I just gave you a small 2 or 3 liners of post. You can convert it into a whole post, like whole story post that just I discussed in our first ingredient, that is the support post, right? In that case, you can give them an example that you were struggling with XYZ. You are fast forward 2 years, you are getting leads in your business without any paid ads, without juggling for hours in sitting in the front of your laptop and so on. So now you are inspiring them that if they can do that, you can do that too, right? Now the fourth category here, I hope you can see that. Yeah, here it is, trust. Okay, these are the 3 things that I just discussed, and this one is the fourth one, that is the trust. The trust one is obviously the connection part, like how they can connect more with you, like you are liking my content, you are liking me as a person, you are liking my story and all those things. Now the last hit that you have to put on that nail is that review. Okay, what were your results? What kind of results you got for your clients in the past? Even if you are starting out, there are a lot of ways to get testimonials. If you don't know, just let me know, I can help you up. Okay, just let me know. So if you are just starting out, there are a lot of ways to get the testimonials. If you have some testimonials, go ahead and show it up to the people, show it on your social media. Okay, so now these are the 4 things that consist of our second ingredients, that is the classification. Now coming to the composition. Before going to the composition, I would like to add more few things to the third part, that is the inspiring one that I was just discussing now. Inspiring one is something I see most of the people doing, and it is amazing that you are inspiring people, but at the end of the day, you have a business and you have to run it successfully. Okay, most of the times when I do, like when someone signs up with me for my one-to-one coaching, and when I see their Instagram, most of the time they are just putting content that is not related to their business, right? They are just inspiring people, but they are not doing that strategically. Okay, so in that case, if you are just posting like inspiring content, that's good. You should post that once in a week or something like that, but every time it is not going to work. It is not going to make you money. Okay, so now the last category of our ingredient, that is the third part, that is the composition, right? Now what is the composition? Now you have done all the things that I just discussed. You are good with the support post, you are good with the classifications, you did everything that I just said. Now the final step is how you are structuring all those things, what is the main composition of that, like how you are structuring that. Now the most important thing that I would like to just discuss here, that most of the times we write all those contents, all those stories, and we just copy it and we just paste it, right? In that case, even your family members are not going to read it, to be very honest, right? You have to structure it in such a manner that it should be in a readable form. So if you are not compositioning in such a way that it is readable, that is with a proper spacing, that is with a proper hook that I'm going to discuss just now. So that means people are just like, okay, I don't know what the whatever she has written, like in such a long paragraph, it is so juggling over there, I'm not gonna read it, right? In that case, we have to structure it in like a way that it should be readable. Now how you can do that? First of all, you have to make the right spaces. That I will just link that tool. I just don't remember the full name of that link, that free website. Now the third thing that you have to do, second thing that you have to do to structure it into a way that it is readable. First thing that you have to include is the hook. Now most of the people just put 3 ways to attach CTA into your content. Okay, if someone is reading that, most probably I am not going to read the whole paragraph, because this hook is not enticing me, to be very honest, right? I will not read it. But if you will write something that CTA that about me 4 leads under 24 hours, this is something I would love to read about, right? Because this is a hook. You got my attention, now I'm gonna read it. Okay, I'm gonna read it, obviously, if it is a readable form. Once you do the hook, then it comes to the story. And story, most of the times, and I have seen people doing this mistake, in the story, when you are writing the captions of your post, in the story you have to tell what, you do not have to tell how. Okay, now what is the meaning of what and how? So let's suppose if I'm saying that, again the CTA example, if I read somewhere that how now this CTA about me 2 hot leads under 24 hours, this was our hook. Now I want to read more about it. I will scroll up, I will try to read the story of that post. In that case, as a content creator and as a business person, your main thing is to indulge the why and what, like what you did it, why you did it, not how you did it. Because if you will tell the people how you did it, obviously why someone will buy from you, right? I hope it makes sense. So in that story, you have to make them feel that what it looks like when CTA, when they will use such CTA, and how it feels like when they get leads under 24 hours, what, why, and when they decides to sign up with you, when they decides to pay you, then you discuss the how and step by step thing. And most of the people confuses with this thing. Recently, I should discuss it, I guess. Recently I got 2 inquiries in my DMs asking asking me that how we should do that ABC and whatever it is. Okay, and I was very polite with that. I told them that okay, this is the basic framework which you do, which you apply, which you take into consideration if you want to achieve X amount of results. And now that person says to me, okay, I got the breakthrough and it was very valuable, it was very helpful, but how I can do step by step, like a little steps. And this is the difference between paid content and the free content, right? I am here discussing, even though it is a free content, but it is more than, I will say, valuable even for the free content that I'm discussing right now. But even though if you ask person to give you a step-by-step process, you should understand the fact that for getting the high support from someone, you have to pay them, right? You have to hire such kind of help. Similarly, in your case, you have to make sure that you are not giving how, you are giving what, and you are giving why in the story part of your content. Now comes the offer, that is the CTA, call to action. Now once people have gone through all your content, all the hook, all the story of the post, now you don't want them to leave, because you want them to take action. And it is achievable from your call to action button. Now you have gone through, like, again that CTA example, I wrote down the story. Now again in the CTA, what I would write, that if you want to hit, or if you want to get 4 clients under 50 days or like 45 days, whatever it is, comment down story or comment down details below, or hit the link in my bio, or DM me the word details, or whatever it is. Or if you want them to download your freebie, you can attach that CTA as well. So you see, and the composition as well, when you are writing content, you are making sure that people are taking advantage of your hook, people are going through your stories, and then people are taking actions from there. And once you do that through your fear post, through your pain post, through your goals post, through your story post, through your conversational, educational, inspiring, trust, whatever it is, you can do that. Okay, and I have got like a number of clients from that part. And it is not important that you have to post every single day, but make sure when you are posting, when you are delivering something, it should be of top-notch quality. Okay, so yeah, I think that's all for the day. I'm just checking it out so that I should not miss anything, and I see that no, I'm not missing anything. Okay, yeah, so yeah, that's all for the day. Let me know if you have any other questions for me.